Power plant reservoirs are dotted all over our region. They come in all shapes and sizes, coal-fired, steam, nuclear, but they all do one thing. They grow lots and lots of good quality fish. On this week's show, we're going to talk about how to catch those in the upcoming hot summertime months. Going to be a lot of fun. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southeast region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors Sports South.
One of the best days of bass fishing that I can ever recall happened many years ago at a power plant lake in the middle of the summertime. Very odd set of circumstances. It was back when I had the Outdoor Trails television show. It was back in a day when I had hair and lots of it and it was dark colored. We're going to roll in some video and show you some of these quality bass that I caught on this hot summertime day. Now, the oddity about all of this was that the air temperature was over 100 degrees and the water surface temperature was 98 degrees that day. Just serves to demonstrate that there can be some really good fishing on power plant lakes even in the hot summertime months. And it's to that end that I have brought you to Cedar Lake in northern Oklahoma. It's almost to the Kansas border, and as you can see just over my left shoulder, it is a power plant lake. The waters here are artificially warmed by that power plant, even warmer, even hotter than the rest of the normal cold water lakes that surround it. Now, there are some special tactics and techniques that you can use to locate and catch fish on these power plant lakes, even in these hot upcoming summertime months, and we'll demonstrate some of those for you on this week's show. And we're taking you around your local region for your fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters. Hey, this could be a lot of fun. Glad you're along with us. Right now, we get it all started with your weekend planning.
According to the Salooner Tables, July 4th will offer the best game fish action of the weekend. Overall, the top daylight activity looks like it will take place on Saturday afternoon, beginning around 1:30. Expect sunrise to be at 6:24 in the morning, with sunset happening at 8:39 p.m. And we've just had a full moon on Wednesday, so evenings should be fairly bright. We'll be right back with all of the current fishing reports from around the area. And I'll return with professional angler Dean Rojas to answer your Ask the Pro question. Back in a bit.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. By Lew's, setting a new standard of fishing performance. Feel the difference. By Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. And by Stren Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability.
There's one. Get out of that grass. Oh, he's all balled up. All balled up in the grass. I got fish, grass, and all kinds of stuff. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're on Cedar Lake today. And wow, look how skinny. It's kind of how the fish get in the summertime. They don't eat very much. And they get a little oxygen deprived, especially in these power plant lakes, and they can be real skinny like this. Well, let's talk about some of your primary types of cover to fish at a power plant lake. It's that. Because the water stays warm year-round, the vegetation can just grow like crazy in a power plant lake. So you get everything. You get duckweed, pondweed, reeds along the shoreline, lily pads, hydrilla. The shade drops the temperature in the grass. So anytime you find vegetation of any kind, you always want to fish it in a power plant lake. And one other thing, the fish will stay shallower in a power plant lake sometimes than they will year-round, because a lot of times that vegetation grows up shallow and they're attracted to it just like a magnet. So pretty much that's your principle number one for power plant lake fishing. Even in the hottest part of the summertime, find the vegetation, especially the greenest, most actively growing, vibrant vegetation you can find. That puts off a lot of oxygen in the water as well, and the fish will just go straight to that. A lot of times you can really get well in a hurry fishing around that. That's your principle number one. Got a fish working here. I'm going to clean all this crud off my line. While I'm doing that, you get fishing reports from your backyard.
Hey folks, Captain E here with your Carolinas Report. This week brought to you by Marshall's Marine. Located in Lake City and Georgetown, South Carolina, we're your bass boat leader since 1969. And for all your nitro and bass tracker needs, Visit www.marshallsmarine.com. I'll tell you, I don't talk a lot about sharks, but here in the Carolinas this time of the year, it's a great species to target. They've been in the news, let's talk about them. The nearshore reefs are covered up this time of the year. From black tips to spinner sharks to tiger sharks, a great species of fish that are in the 100 to 400, 500 pound range. Heavy tackle, handle them carefully at the side of the boat, and you can have a great time with these. Also, on the live bottom areas, the king mackerel, Spanish mackerel continue to be a great species. I'm starting to hear some 6, 7, 8 pound Spanish being caught on the nearshore reefs, and the king mackerel on those live bottoms want the biggest live bait you can bring early in the morning. Get that bait in the water first thing in the morning, you're gonna have your chance at a huge king mackerel. In the freshwater side of things, the smallmouth bass fishery in the Carolinas continues to be overlooked, I think. They are pound for pound in freshwater, the hardest fighting fish. Jason Bennett of Jason Bennett's Guide Service has having some great trips floating down the river in the Columbia area. You need to get up with Jason Bennett's Guide Service or take your canoe or kayak up and do a float down. The smallmouth bass fishery in South Carolina has really done well over the last 2 years, and these fish, again, are worth the work that you've got to put in to get out there and catch them. Also, the striped bass continue to be a great species early in the morning, late in the afternoon, and into the night, as they're schooling on the bait that's left and enjoying that cooler water temperature. This has been your Carolinas Report, brought to you by Marshall's Marine. Remember, fish smarter, not harder. Keep your chaos organized.
Hey, before we head to a quick commercial break, I wanted to show you some scout video from my day yesterday here on Cedar Lake. I sometimes get to show up a day early before the cameraman arrives, and I get to just put my little suction cup camera on the dash, do a little fishing by myself, and we were able to locate some bass ripping a lipless rattling crankbait through the outside edges of this vegetation. We were able to catch a couple of nice bass doing that. And then the biggest bass of the day actually came when we slowed way down and rigged up a Texas rigged Jean LaRue rattling crawler, hopping that through these grass beds, fought it, got it up in the boat, showed it to the camera, and it weighed something around 4 pounds. Stay tuned, we're coming back to Oklahoma right after this. Had one blow up on a topwater. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Oh, and he's buried down in the grass. I'm gonna have to go get this fish. We're on Cedar Lake today, talking power plant lake fishing today. I want to talk next about presentation a little bit as soon as I can hopefully get this fish up out of this grass. Hold him, Strand. Hold him, Strand. Oh, the fish is still on it. And the grass. Look at this. Oh, that's exciting. Wow, and a good bass it is too. And he just exploded on my topwater, and he actually caught it in the fin. See, my topwater is caught right on his fin, and I'm just gonna pop it loose real easy. All right, there's a nice bass for you right there. Good, fat, healthy summertime bass. You can catch them on a power plant lake, even in the heat. All right, back he goes. Thanks for the business, buddy. That was exciting. Let's talk about presentation a little bit. Normally, you could work really a fast bait anywhere else, but when it's really hot and you've got extreme surface temperatures, like we'll have on these power plant lakes, well up into the upper 90s in many of our power plant lakes, you've got to really slow down. Best baits, soft plastic bait, like a big plastic worm, plastic lizard, a biffle bug. And that was a topwater there, and the thing I did, and we didn't catch it on camera, but the thing I was doing was I slowed it way down. There's the bait right there, real shiny chrome looking one. And I was walking it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and just making it make a little bit of a wake on top of the water. Very slow, patient presentation in the extreme heat of these power plant lakes will get you more strikes, I can promise you that.
This part of the program is brought to you by Maven Binoculars, a Wyoming company selling world-class optics at great internet prices. Maven Binoculars was given Gear of the Year award by National Geographic and offers a lifetime warranty on everything that they sell. Well, the surest sign that summer fishing has really kicked off in the coastal south is that tarpon have showed up in a big way in southeast Georgia. The tarpon down there, some of these fish are going over 100 pounds. There's 150-pound fish around. They'll be catching those fish through the summer. peaking in the fall, but they've just showed up. They're really hungry. They're around the bait pods near the beach, and they're also around some of the sandbar areas when the tide is falling, and that's in the St. Simons area north. They catch them all the way up to Savannah, but those coastal barrier islands are really the best area, and there's a huge concentration of fish around St. Simons Island. They use cut bait like pogies, sometimes mullet, and it's drift fishing in hot weather. You got to be ready for this hot weather, but boy, the tarpon are there. Inshore in southeast Georgia, I was talking to Captain Tim Cutting. He says there's plenty of trout around. They're around oyster bars and grass edges. He's catching them on live shrimp. There are also plenty of flounder. The flounder are a little bit different areas. They're like more the sandy areas. Catch those fish on mud minnows and sometimes small finger mullet. Over in Mississippi, Captain Sonny Schindler in Bay St. Louis is having good mixed bag catches. Catching black drum, plenty of redfish, some sea trout early in the mornings, late in the afternoons with live shrimp, sometimes early with topwater plugs. There also are some triple tails starting to show up in pretty good numbers in that Bay St. Louis area. The anglers run from structure to structure looking for the fish. In Alabama, there's some good night trout fishing available around the lighted docks in the bayfront areas and also around some of the lagoon areas.
Thanks for joining us for the Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi Freshwater Fishing Report. This week's action is sponsored by Jimmy Jacobs Outdoor Adventures, your source for guidebooks to hiking or trout and saltwater fishing in the region. www.jimmyjacobsoutdoors.com. Now, there's not much you can say about the weather in the deep south as we enter the 4th of July weekend, other than it's hot. Daytime temperatures are sweltering in the mid-90s, and that's not good for angling. But there are some places where the fish still are active. In southwest Mississippi, the lake in Natchez State Park is one of those. This 230-acre reservoir is east of the city and has a reputation for giving up largemouth bass in the dead of summer. The action here is twofold. The smaller bass will chase schools of shad to the surface early and late in the day, and if you spot one of these feeding binges, creep up on it and toss a topwater lure into it. These fish will run up to a couple of pounds each. Your other option is to throw a 5 to 6 inch soft plastic swim bait shad color into the melee. Let it sink, because those bigger largemouths are going to be deeper under that surface action. Now hang on after the cast, because these bass could be in double-digit weights. How big do they get? Well, Anthony Denny caught the Mississippi State record largemouth bass in this lake and weighed 18.15 pounds. Over in Georgia, the bluegill are biting right now on the 7 ponds of the McDuffie Public Fishing Area in the east central part of the state. This brim action is good in the summer heat, and as a bonus, we're right now on the first full moon in the month, and these fish should be bedding an easy prey. If it's flathead catfish action you're looking for, head over to Alabama's Logan Martin Lake near Birmingham this week. You should throw out a live bait on the old river channel where it cuts in near to the shore for the best action. These fish run big, and they're great on the dinner table.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Exide AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. By Motor Guide Trolling Motors. Introducing the XI5 for ultimate boat control. And by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Champions aren't born, they're made.
Hey everybody, watch this. Something's picked up my line and it's swimming back to the left with it right here almost under the boat. Got him. See what it is. It's not acting like a bass. Oh, it's a sawguy and a good one. Look at this. Wow. Well, there's a bonus fish for Cedar Lake. They stocked a bunch of these in here. And I'll show you what one looks like here. This is a cross between a walleye and a sauger. And they're a gorgeous fish. Look at the beautiful coloration down them, kind of a army green, black, gold. And look at the chompers, look at the teeth on that bad boy right there. All right, well, we're on Cedar Lake today talking about power plant fishing. I'm not keeping fish today, so away he goes. I want to show you something here. I came out yesterday to do a little scouting, and I'm not surprised about those sawguys because I caught several of them, actually. I'll show you a couple of more of them here on my little suction cup camera that I had on my windshield. I was by myself out here. but there's a good population of these in here. Let's talk about some more principles of power plant lake fishing. Here's the deal. On every power plant lake, you've got a discharge side, which is the hot water side, and you've got an intake side, which is the cold water side. In the winter months, you want to be fishing the discharge or the hot water side. In the summer months, like we're in right now and what we'll be in for the next couple of months, you want to be fishing the cold water side or the intake side. You want to get as far away from where they're dumping that warm water in the lake as possible. I'm in the cold water side right now. I'm actually down not too far, the dam's right behind me. But I'm in the coolest water in the lake, and you could catch in this lake a sawguy, a hybrid striper, a largemouth bass, a white bass, even a catfish. They all migrate this direction. Wintertime, they're going to migrate around the corner all the way up the discharge side into the hottest water you can find. So I always talk about location. Location is the single most important thing in any kind of fishing. Power plant lake fishing is no different. You need to be in the right location for the right time of the year. That's where the fish are. That's where you're going to get bit. Hey, it's time for some more fishing and lake reports for you right now from your local area.
Stormer USA has designed their logo to be a shield, which by definition is something that protects. And that's exactly what their product line is designed to do. No matter where you live or what the climate, they design a product that will protect you and your investment of your time outdoors. So go to stormerusa.com today and check them out. Hey guys, welcome to this week's Tennessee and Kentucky Fishing Report. You know, the main variable in fishing right now in this part of the world is heat. It's hot. It causes the fish to do certain things, and I'm going to take you through this week's fishing report and give you a list of where to go and what to do to be the most successful you can be in this heat. Let's start out with the Tennessee River. I'm talking Chickamauga, Pickwick, Kentucky Lake, any river or any lake rather on the Tennessee River. Heat causes the need for electricity, and electricity causes current. So that definitely makes the bass fishing good. The more current there is, the better they bite. And the same goes for catfish and crappie. So take advantage of the current generation schedule and fish areas that are affected by current to up your chances of being successful. Let's talk night fishing. Night fishing for bass is huge in the Tennessee and parts of Kentucky region. Percy Priest, Center Hill, Dell Hollow, Timms Ford, Cordell Hull, those are all big time night fishing lakes in Tennessee. And Lake Cumberland in Kentucky is a big night fishing destination as well. The whole deal right now is just be safe. There's a lot of recreational boaters on the water. The temperatures are really high, but it's a wonderful time to get on the water in Tennessee and Kentucky and enjoy yourself. God bless.
Watch this. I've got a topwater bait on. I'm going to throw it right out here. You got it. Look at that. Golly, look at all those fish. These are hybrid stripers. Holy mackerel, they're everywhere. There we go. These are not monsters by any means, but that's what you can do. Well, we're gonna take a quick break right here, but I'll show you one I caught yesterday on a GoPro camera. This hybrid striper, I believe we caught this one on either a spoon or a crankbait. I can't remember which, but we finally got it up in the boat, showed it to you, just to give you some idea of what else is in this lake. Sawguy, bass, catfish, crappie, and as you can see, hybrid stripers. We'll be back for more from Oklahoma right after
this. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Tracker Boats. It's more than just a boat, it's a tracker. By Costa Sunglasses, see what's out there. By Mercury Marine, official outboard of Fox Sports Outdoors. And by Lowrance Electronics. Find, navigate, dominate.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for your Ask the Pro question. This week, John wants to know, what are the best areas to target largemouth and smallmouth bass? We asked Bassmaster angler Dean Rojas for the answer.
Well, largemouth are pretty territorial. You know, they'll pick an area, a bay, a pocket. They don't move around a whole lot. Smallmouth are nomadic. They roam a lot. They move a lot. They're always moving to where the bait's moving. So if you're going to fish for the smallmouth, you got to be open-minded and move around quite a bit and try and figure out where they're at. They're on the rock piles or they're in the ditches or there's an open water. Largemouth, they're pretty much any boat dock or any lily pads, grass patch, whatever. be some largemouth in that area.
Thanks, Dean. If you have a question for one of the anglers, visit our website, follow the Ask the Pro link on the right side of the page, and let us know. Now one of our viewers is going to win a new pair of sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week. Be careful this weekend. Have a safe and happy Independence Day.
Our winner this week in the Costa Catch of the Week contest is Jake Marcris of Fairhope, Alabama, showing a 6 and 7 pound flounder he caught out of Mobile Bay in Alabama. If you'd like to enter our contest and have a chance to win a free pair of Costa sunglasses like this week's winner did, all you have to do is go to our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com, click on the Costa Catch of the Week box on the right side of the front page, follow the instructions, send us your big fish photo, and you could be our next winner. And you can see all of the Costa frame and lens styles at their website. Go back to the front page of our website and click on the Costa logo. You can see everything there, including the great frame style that I was wearing on this week's episode. This one is called Rockport. On the Academy Right Stuff this week, it's the right gear if you want to go catch a hot weather power plant lake bass in particular. Here are 3 different baits I've got laid out that I'd like to show you. First of all, particularly early and late, you can throw a topwater dog walking spook type bait you see there. Then below that is a big spinner bait that you can slow roll through the vegetation. It'll come through very easily. And then finally, a pretty good size lipless rattling crankbait. That's a 3/4 ounce size. Anything in a shad color will work great around the outside edges of the grass bed. Instability. It's all around us, everywhere you look in our lives. Our money, people, jobs, government, they'll all let you down at one time or another. We seek something foundationally that won't move. At my church, there is a song that's sung quite frequently called "The Rock Won't Move." Now, I'm not going to tell you what the answer on your particular journey is. Everybody has their own life journey, but I can tell you this. If you honestly seek and look for that foundation that won't move through all of life's ups and downs, I can promise you, you will find it. Hey, don't forget to join us for next week's episode. We'll be on in our normal time slot Thursday at 6 p.m. with the repeat airing Sunday morning at 8:30. And don't forget, you can catch all of our episodes right on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. And if you'd like to catch up on any past episodes that you missed, click below that on past episodes and more video here. You can catch up in that area. Plus, you can see lots of how-to and product videos that you'll never see here on the television show. And don't forget to follow us on our Twitter feed at the Twitter address you see on your screen. We always give away lots of free gear there, plus post lots of pictures, videos, fishing news that you'll never see here on the television show because we just don't have time. And don't forget to like our Facebook page and you'll always get the latest fishing news there as well. From Cedar Lake, Oklahoma, until next week, I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.